Well, my wife and I think a few years ago, we realized we weren't getting any younger and that we were looking at retirement communities, and we lived in Columbus, Mississippi, which is close to Tuscaloosa, Alabama, and we had a friend over there. And so we were seriously looking at that particular place. And then my daughter lives in Collierville, says, "Hey, Mom and Dad, that's a long way for me to drive." So I said, "Well, why don't you look for something in Memphis?" So she called me a few weeks later and she says, "I found the place and I'd like to make an appointment for you to come up here." And so we did that. And so on that initial visit, what happened is I came up here and I met Jeff Minton, and he explained, what the Kirby Pines was all about. And so I asked him, I said, when I make a decision, I kind of like to talk to the people who are here, and I think they might make my decision. And so my wife and I said, we're going to spend 2 days here. We're going to do 2 lunches and 2 dinners, and we're just going to walk around, and when we find a table that will hold 2 people, we're going to sit down and chat with them. And so the people were very friendly, and they said, "Sure, sit down." And we had decided on 3 questions that we were going to ask them. Number 1, how long have you been here? Number 2, do you like this place? And contrary to saying like, most of those folks said, "I love this place." Well, then the next question was, do you have any regrets? And if you paraphrase it ever so slightly, every one of them said the same thing: we didn't move here soon enough. And so that pretty much made up our mind that this is where we wanted to do, and we actually signed the papers the following day. It's so friendly, it's easy to make friends here, and I think the management here does a great job of taking care of everything around here. It's a beautiful place, it's just a nice place to live. I think people, and I have talked to several friends and some people that were thinking about moving out here, and I said, well, don't wait too long. I said, you remember that people who live here love this place, but most of them say, we didn't move here soon enough. And unfortunately, there's people who put off that decision until it's too late.